Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to make a bead bot. For those who don't know, a bead bot is a robot, droid, miniature model made out of beads. Now, I don't think it has to be entirely made out of beads. As you'll see, I use a few things that aren't beads, but like 95% of my project here is made out of beads, so it's a bead bot. I'm starting with the chest, and I add some flat shoulder beads on the end, and I flatten one side for the abdomen. Then I flatten another small part for the neck, and eventually the head. I didn't really have much of a plan going into this project besides that I knew I was going to build a bead bot, and I wanted to give myself the challenge of making it colorful. I usually work with some pretty muted colors and natural colors, so I wanted this one to be as colorful as possible to try to challenge myself. To build the legs and arms, I start with some wire and then just add some more beads on there. I also cut some beads apart to make the feet. As I was putting this together, I had the idea that I wanted to paint this to look like it belonged in the Arcane universe, specifically something that Jinx would have made or had. If you're unfamiliar, Arcane is an animated TV show that's based off of the video game League of Legends. And the character Jinx has a very colorful, graffiti, neon kind of theme. The fingers are the same, just scaled down with smaller beads. I add some small plastic cabochons to the side of the head. And then flatten the front of the face to give a nice space for a bead to sit. I drill some holes in the top of the back for, you guessed it, more beads. I then add some guitar wire shaped beads, and with that, the overall build is done. Now we can move on to painting. The entire bot gets a coat of flat black primer, and then using this Tamiya white, I spray from above to give it some artificial shadows. To add to the Jinx theme, I built these little jaws that go on the top and the bottom of the head, and then I will take some gray wash and cover the entire thing. When it came to painting this, I really wasn't sure what I was doing, like I've said before, so I kind of just tried different techniques, a lot of dry brushing and washes and different colors. In the end, I covered up a few of the base layers a little too much where you can't really see them anymore, but it was all good practice in the end. I just kept adding layers and layers of these thinned down colors, and eventually I got it to a point that I liked. I think most of this painting is pretty self-explanatory, so I am going to leave you for a bit and let you watch and enjoy some music. If you do have any questions though, let me know down below and I'll try to answer them. After that bit of weathering, I can start working on all the graffiti art that will be covering the robot. I have to do everything with a white coat first, so that the colors have something to stand out against and they don't just blend in with everything else. This process did take a while and was a little bit difficult, mostly because it's, pretty small, and second, because the camera lens is right where my eyes usually are. That means I'm painting this from much farther back than I normally would. Eventually, I'll be able to get a macro lens and this whole process will be much easier, but for now, I'm using what I got. I finally finished all the artwork, and now I can finally move on to putting down some more color. After what seemed like forever, I finally finished all the coloring, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This is weathering powder. It's similar to my washes that I use, but it's a bit more forgiving because I can always brush it off if I add too much. It also doesn't go on as strong at first, which makes it good for light weathering. And once I'm happy, I hit it with a matte clear coat to seal it all in. For the base, I'm keeping it simple, just using this old plastic lid, roughing it up with my wire brush, and then I will hit it with a flat black primer, and then a silver dry brush. I poke a couple holes in the lid using a scratch awl, and then using the wires that I used to build the legs, I attach the Bead Bot directly to the base. And I know I missed a few, so here's all the paints that I used during this project. And the cool thing about those fluorescent paints I used is that under a black light, they glow. Hey, thanks for sticking around for this video. I know it was kind of a simple one, but it's nice to kind of take a break and do a simple project for once. If you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, consider subscribing. I just passed 10,000 subscribers the other day, and I'm so happy. I'm planning on doing some type of 10,000 subscriber special in the future, so make sure you are subscribed to see that. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.